Goats, islands, Judas, murder. These are all things that are a natural thing that happened that no one talks about, that is obscure, that absolutely everyone should be talking about. I have COVID, possibly, waiting on results. That's why my voice is a little sultry. I'm not trying to come on you. I'm happily married. The Galápagos Islands are a great place of natural wildlife, resources, and relaxation. In the 1970s, mariners and whalers introduced goats, not thinking about the ramifications of introducing goats to the ecosystem. The goat population exploded, nearly killing the entire tortoise population. The goats were eating every dang tree in sight and also decreasing the water supply. Turtles were dying from hunger and thirst. The goat population rose to approximately 250,000 goats. Fast forward to 1995, the Tortoise Summit. Feral goats were running all over the Galápagos Islands, and it was time to put an end to the Galápagos. Finally, in 1997, the Charles Darwin Foundation and the Galápagos Park National Directorate held an international workshop of experts on how to successfully eradicate the goat population. They began hunting the goats with sniper rifles, helicopters, and trained gunmen. As the goat population began to be thinned out, the goats became more cunning, more wise. The goats began to go underground. The hunt for goats became more difficult until 2004, Project Isabela, aka Judas goats. Judas goats were sterilized female goats with tracking systems that would roam about the Galápagos Islands, only to find goat havens, where then Goat SEAL 6 teams would descend upon them, massacring all of the other goats besides the Judas goat. This great goat war went on for 2 years until all of the goats were killed on the Galápagos Islands. The ecosystem had finally stabilized. The Judas goats were free to live on the island until they died of natural causes, as they had done their time and had suffered enough. And now you know everything you need to know about the Galápagos and Project Isabela and Judas goats, unless you want to Google more things and find out more about it. It's pretty insane. Everyone should be talking about it. And I want a Project Isabela movie. I want it starring Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, Harrison Ford, and every other action star that we can muster together. And it's just gonna be these guys just murdering goats, because that would be insane. And in the trailer, I just want Sylvester Stallone and Tom Holland and Chris Pratt just all walking together in a pack. You're there looking around, looking a little scared. Got some ominous music playing in the background. You think it's gonna be a horror flick because you don't see what they're after. There's like, we gotta find them, boys. That's Sylvester Stallone. And they're looking and looking and looking, and it just fades to black and says, Project Isabela. And then you get to the movie theater and you think it's gonna be some monster movie, and then it just turns out to be these guys just mowing down goats by the boatload. That's hilarious. It would be true. It would be based on a real story. The fact that this was actually what happened is hilarious. No one's talking about it. This should be like a monthly reoccurrence, and just slide this in the conversation so I'm not the only one, please. My wife has grown so tired of me talking about Project Isabela. Someone else please talk about it. Please make a movie. Please, directors, if you're listening, Martin Scorsese, James Gunn, the Marvel movie guys, just do it, make it happen.